Okay, I know this is bad practice, but I'm gonna be reading off my notes like 90% of the time because so many times I've scripted a video and gone through the motions, but everything just adds up too much. Like, you know, look at the camera and then you forget your lines and you have to do it again and again and again. And then, like, I feel like it defeats the point, and I just want to make progress. Like, I want to document what I've done and then move on, and over time I'll get better and better, but it is what it is. Deal with it. Yeah, cool. So this is my first long form video. That's not a YouTube short. Essentially, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about what this whole challenge is about. My whole YouTube channel. I've got about like 50 subscribers now, just from the video. Looking at the door to be like, is mom listening? Because it's been secret. But yeah, just been uploading daily shorts. But I think it's so hard to capture exactly what my mission is and what my goals are and the whole reason why I'm doing this, because you can't fit all of that into tiny YouTube shorts, and then even if you can fit into 30 seconds, it's just yap, and when people are scrolling, they don't want yap. Cool. There we are. So why am I doing this? You can boil it down to one simple thing. My favorite entrepreneur, Dan Martel, who I only discovered maybe half a year ago, he talks about this. He talks about committing 1,000 days to 5 or 6 daily non-negotiables that you can do regardless, like rain or sun, whether you're sick or just normal life. And he swears by it that it will transform your life. Now I will say what he lists as his non-negotiables are different to what I've said, so I'm not testing Dan's whatever. I've just tailored it to my own, so if it fails, like, no blame to him. But yeah, he talks about this. When I looked online and tried to scroll to find, like, you know, people who have tried this influencers challenges, no one has, and I guess that makes sense because no one's going to commit 1,000 days just to make a video saying I tried Dan Martel's challenge, but I am. So that's a first, and that's cool. And if ever Dan Martel, like the Dan Martel, watches this video, I will be over the moon. Moving on. That's why. But the deeper on this series, currently my life is stagnant. I'm inconsistent. Positive peer pressure that I would get from doing such a thing, like by uploading my progress, is really good. It will be very helpful for me to achieve my goals. The online risk of making a total fool of myself is added pressure to stay committed, because I mean, I know if I'm committed I will succeed. Like, there's no fear in that. So the only failure is if I don't stay accountable to what I want to do, and that's just a new problem which I brought to myself. I have so many of my own demons that I need to fight, and I need to prove to myself that I can be consistent with the basics and just show up every day for like an extended amount of time, doing what is required, to build that self-confidence to start aiming for higher things. That's basically what this whole thing is about. Essentially, I've got, I think it's 6 daily non-negotiables. Read the Bible, plan my day, exercise, do 15 minutes of deep work, connect with one other person, upload proof of my work. Let me explain that a bit. Currently with the Bible, I'm reading, it's 1 psalm a day, and I really like that because I just get to meditate on like one piece of poetry that's really just special. And so I'm a Christian, I love the Lord, and that must be the first thing that happens in my day. When I surrender my day to Jesus, I do my best. I know it's all in his hands. It gives me a lot of peace and grounds me in the actions and decisions I make. And then planning my day, like, it's just, you know, so that days aren't wasted. Sorry, this chair is really creaky. Let me just swap it out. This is my wet towel from the shower because it's so cold, they never dry. Okay, planning my day, it's pretty simple, it's a normal habit, but I think it should be non-negotiable, because if I don't plan my day, then like, the day drifts on and I don't get things done. Yeah, then I don't even know why I'm looking at these notes. It's not in the notes. 15 minutes of deep work. Now that doesn't make sense, right? Because deep work, like, you're focused, you're in the zone, and you can go on for like an hour or 2 hours or however long. Yes, so the non-negotiable part is I have to do at least 15 minutes. If I'm really sick, like I was yesterday and the day before, I will still show up. I'll still make at least 15 minutes of progress on my app or whatever else I'm working on. It's just to ensure that, like, you never lose the momentum. And that's also heavily what this whole 1,000 day challenge is about. Like, if you never miss a single day, even if on your low days you're only making a tiny bit of progress, I firmly believe that you can still stack up the momentum. So let me just get that through. We are back. connecting with one person. That's essentially any meaningful action, like leaving a comment somewhere, making a connection request. Essentially building my network with other like-minded peers or entrepreneurs, those that are further ahead in the journey, or yeah, like anything that can benefit. The more handshakes you make, I'll just say, it doesn't matter who you know, it matters who knows you. Uploading, that's just like the solidifying proof of the whole day, saying like, look, 30 seconds, today I did XYZ, this really sucked, tomorrow this is gonna happen, see you tomorrow. I think it's fun to have like one day to see my YouTube channel has like 1,000 videos and it's all just me yapping like this. That's gonna be really cool, like looking back and seeing, just like clicking on a random video and seeing where I'm now versus where I was then. There's been a lot of supportive comments and I'm really grateful for that. Someone saying I look like Emmanuel Macron, the French president. Back on task. The whole 1,000-day challenge. Those 5 non-negotiables are not gonna transform my life. Let's just be straight, those are pretty basic, pretty boring, and can be quite ineffective if like done in a lazy way. So that's to set the baseline and to ensure that I never lose momentum, never lose progress. Even when I'm sick, I still continue so that I can rebound straight after and lost days don't turn into lost weeks. It's all about keeping the baseline because I'm terrible at that. So that's my like #1 problem, consistency. That's what the non-negotiables are, but I want to be pushing myself like way beyond, like to my limits every week, all day. Doing book studies, 70 challenges, whatever challenge, not for like the clickbait, not even to make a video about it, but just like to grow, to improve, and then documenting it. So yeah, making the 1,000-day challenge like a journey, and one that's really fun, one that I can look back on, and one that other people can like watch and enjoy and feel like a part of. It'll just be amazing. Bro, was I in the ultra wide lens the whole time? I'm controlling it from much. What I hope to achieve. I want to be unrecognizable. I say that in every video. That's not a specific goal, and it doesn't have to be. That's fine. It shouldn't take me 1,000 days to achieve any goal. 1,000 days. That means 10 times 100-day sprints where I can achieve an individual goal that I decide is most appropriate at the time, which will, move the needle the most. Getting really fit, doubling down on my business, finding a job, building a team, scaling my YouTube. So yeah, 10 sprints to achieve individual goals that will, as a whole, support my life transformation. I want to become highly skilled and mature and whatever, so that I'll be more able to do what God has called me to do. Ultimately, I want to become the man that my dream girl would marry. And I mean, this is a joke, so don't take it too seriously, but Alex Hormozi talks about like, offer is king. The trick to sales is to make an offer so good that people feel silly saying no. So why did I just become so good that my dream girl would feel silly to say no to marry me? Take it or leave it. It's a joke, so my goals for this channel are to document the real journey, not like some influencer entrepreneur hype. I'm not going to be selling terrible courses, don't worry. Like the 1,000-day of uploading. It's to build personal proof where I was to where I am now. Bro, I'm going to crash out because when I was watching the second video, I was on focus the whole time, so I'll just ruin the video. Okay, now I'm actually going to crash out because my third video, it cut after a minute, even though I actually yapped down till the end of the script. What you can expect? Give me some grace, I'm still figuring it out. I have no idea how this whole YouTube thing works, if I'm being honest. I can just speculate and observe and predict, but only doing the reps will get the data where I can see what works, what doesn't, and I'll improve. Structurally, every day, you'll get the upload because it's a non-negotiable. Like I have to do it probably every 33 days. Like, if you break the 100-day sprints to 3, like I said earlier, 33 days, and I'll reflect, and I think then I'll be able to get a longer video in like this. And I'll bring better energy to it next time because I'm busy editing it right now. And bro, like I'm actually getting so tired of hearing my own voice, just yapping monotone. The long videos are, the point of them will be to string along the story into something that's more cohesive and we can see the trajectory, because no matter how good quality of storytelling or whatever skill I build with YouTube Shorts, just the nature of Shorts, they're individual tiny bites and that's hard to see the whole story. See you tomorrow if you watch my Shorts.